Hello guys. So my name is Victoria. Okay, I'm moving my iPad so I know what's where, what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, my name is Victoria. I was born in Houston, Texas. Um, when I was a freshman in high school, or actually right before that, which was summer of 2017. Yeah. Anyways, summer of 2017, I moved to Katy, which is like right next to like Houston. Um, that's when I started going to the Pentecostals of Katy. In Katy. Anyways, uh, I started going there. I got very heavily involved. Um, so as far as like ministry context, that's kind of where my ministry like evolved. I've always been like in ministry. I was born in church, so I grew up in church. Like, um, as far as my family, my mom and dad both were in church. My dad is no longer in church, but I did grow up in church. Um, anyway, so back to like 2017. So I moved to Katy. Um, and like I said, that's where my ministry kind of like blossomed. I feel like that's where I actually was like doing stuff and like meaning it, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't like I wasn't like doing ministry just to do it. Like, and previously I had been like, um yeah, I said like a lot. Okay, anyways, I don't want to redo this video, so that's why the mess ups, you know. I know y'all know because obviously you're here. Anyways, my current ministry, what that looks like for me, if any of y'all know POK, it's very, very heavily like music involved, and so that's kind of where I blossomed. Um, I play the piano and I sing, and even further than that, so actually the church, there's a Christian school, so that's where I went to high school. I went to high school at the church campus, um, and that's where I got more involved, I guess, in like a leadership role. So that's where I started doing, taking care of like the youth music ministry. Um, that I feel like is where, like, taking music aside, that's where I felt more of a burden for like youth and like younger people. And that's where I saw that, like, yeah, God is using me there. And honestly, like, for me, I feel like yes, music is very important to my life. Like I'm a music major, so like obviously it's very important, but I do believe that there will be a point in my life later where I may not be heavily doing music as much and I'll be more involved with youth. I mean, I could be doing both. I don't know, we'll see where God takes me, but that is like, I know that's somewhere involved, and that's where it kind of stems um from like kind of being super involved with the youth like every single week. um so that's kind of like my previous ministry. My current ministry right now, I'm involved in the band, the praise team, the youth ministries, also Spanish ministries. So our church, we also have a Spanish services, so I help in there as well. I actually, it's so interesting that I grew up in like Spanish church. So like it's so weird. I never read the Bible in English. Like the books of the Bible, like now, sometimes I don't even know them in English. And it's so weird. Like English is like my first language, right? But Bible wise, like I grew up until I was like 15 reading the Bible in Spanish. So like terms that you would like say in English, I kind of only know them in Spanish. And so like anyways, for the like all of high school, I kind of had to like switch my like, not spiritual side, but like biblical like language side over, if that makes any sense. but because of that previous ministry, that's why currently I still help in Spanish, because it's like my roots. So the next thing, two most influential books you have read. So realistically, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really read books, but I read my Bible. It's a very good book. It is very influential. We need to be more like Christ, and that is influencing me. Read the Bible and be more like Christ, like realistically, like being for real, like yeah. Also, this book, look, I haven't started reading it yet, but Dr. Wilson, he's from my church. He's the, I don't know what he is, his title is, but like he's from my church, and so he already is just an influential speaker, especially for leaders, like leadership. And so I'm actually really excited to read this book. If you haven't gotten it, get it. You probably are reading this if you're, anyways, moving on. Leisure hobby preference. I like to, as a hobby, I don't really know. I like eating. Okay, it may seem weird, like, oh, I like volleyball. Yeah, volleyball is a hobby. Volleyball is really fun. I like to do that. But like aside from volleyball, I love to eat. Like take me somewhere to eat and I'll be super happy. Like it could be McDonald's. I'm happy. Clearly you could tell. Anyways, moving on. Personal interesting trivia. Okay. Me and my roommate are like, our room is like kind of like opposite. It's so interesting. Her whole like bed is like all white and mine is like all black. It's so interesting. I don't know. We ended up like tying it together and like making the room match both sides and stuff. I'm not a dark person. I just like black. So that's how my room is decorated. That's an interesting trivia fact. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And for those of you that I don't know, very nice to meet you guys. Okay, bye.